Hey everybody! Welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we're diving into something that's become a huge part of our daily lives, whether we realize it or not. We talk about emojis on the show all the time. These tiny digital icons have taken over our communication, and it's fascinating to see how they've evolved over the years. They're everywhere. Our phones, our texts, even on billboards. It's like they've become a universal language that transcends borders and cultures. It's like learning a whole new language, but instead of words, it's these cute little faces. Each emoji can convey a range of emotions and meanings, making our conversations more colorful and expressive. But here's the thing. Are we really speaking the same language? Sometimes, the meaning of an emoji can be lost in translation, leading to confusion and misunderstandings. I started thinking about this when my niece sent me a text with a bunch of smiley faces after I told her I couldn't make it to her soccer game. At first, I thought she was okay with it, but then I wondered if she was actually upset. Seemed a little weird, right? It made me realize that the same emoji can have different meanings depending on the context and the person using it. Turns out, there's a whole lot more to emojis than meets the eye. They're not just simple pictures. They're a complex form of communication that can be interpreted in many ways. Especially for you older folks out there, you know who you are. The way younger generations use emojis can be quite different from how older generations use them. What you think an emoji means might be totally different for someone younger. For example, a simple smiley face might seem friendly to you, but to a teenager, it could come off as sarcastic or even passive-aggressive. So buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the wild world of emojis. We're going to explore their history, their meanings, and how they impact our communication. Get ready to decode those digital hieroglyphics. We'll look at some common emojis and see how their meanings can change based on context and culture. You might be surprised at what you find. From the classic smiley face to the more obscure symbols, each emoji has a story to tell. So let's get started and uncover the secrets behind these tiny icons that have become such a big part of our lives. Let's start with the OG emoji, the smiley face. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Happy, cheerful, all that good stuff. Well, not so fast. For those of us who remember rotary phones, ask your grandparents' kids, the smiley face is a classic. Pure and simple happiness. But Gen Z, they see things a little differently. For them, that same smiley face can come across as, well, fake. Passive-aggressive even. It's like saying, yeah, okay, whatever, with a plastered-on grin. Don't just take my word for it. There's a whole world of research out there that backs this up. Linguistics experts have been studying this stuff for years, and they're seeing the same thing. The way we use emojis is more complex than it seems at first glance. Emojis are constantly evolving, and their meanings can change depending on who's using them and how. For instance, a simple smiley face might mean something entirely different to a teenager than it does to a grandparent. Professor Vivian Evans, a renowned language expert, has delved deep into this subject. He says, emojis are a nuanced form of communication that can convey a wide range of emotions and intentions. They can add emotional depth to our messages, making them more expressive and personal. However, they can also be easily misinterpreted, leading to confusion and misunderstandings. Professor Evans even wrote a whole book about it called the Emoji Code. In it, he explores the intricate ways in which emojis are used and understood in our digital conversations. So the next time you're about to send a flurry of smiley faces, think about your audience. Consider how they might interpret your message. What might seem like a friendly gesture to you could be taken the wrong way by someone else. It's all about context and understanding the nuances of digital communication. Different cultures and age groups can have varying interpretations of the same emoji. For example, a thumbs-up emoji might be seen as positive in one culture, but could be offensive in another. It's fascinating how something as simple as a small digital icon can carry so much meaning and potential for miscommunication. This is why it's important to be mindful of how we use emojis in our daily interactions. Next time you're crafting a message, take a moment to think about the emojis you're using. Are they enhancing your message, or could they be misunderstood? As our digital communication continues to evolve, so too will the ways we use and interpret emojis. Staying informed and aware can help us navigate this ever-changing landscape more effectively. Emojis have the power to bring us closer together, to add a personal touch to our messages, and to convey emotions that words alone sometimes can't. But with that power comes the responsibility to use them wisely. So the next time you reach for that emoji keyboard, remember, it's not just about what you send, but how it's received. Hold on, think it through, and make sure your message truly says what you mean. Section 4. Emoji mishaps and mayhem. We've all been there. You send a text thinking you're being funny or flirty, and the response is radio silence. Crickets. Tumbleweed rolls by. You start to wonder if your message even went through, or if you somehow offended the person on the other end. The truth is, it might not be your words that caused the confusion, but rather the emojis you chose to include. What went wrong? Chances are your emoji game needs a little work. Emojis, those tiny digital icons that have become a staple in our online communication, can sometimes be a double-edged sword. They can add a layer of emotion and context to our messages, but they can also lead to misunderstandings if not used correctly. Like that time my friend sent a heart emoji to her boss after a meeting. She wanted to express her gratitude for the opportunity and the productive discussion they had. In her mind, the heart emoji was a friendly and warm gesture, but he thought she was coming on to him. Awkward. The poor guy was left wondering if he had somehow given off the wrong impression during the meeting. It took a follow-up email and a lot of explaining to clear up the misunderstanding. Or how about the classic thumbs up? It's one of the most commonly used emojis, and for good reason. It's simple, it's clear, and it usually conveys a positive message. To most of us, it's a simple sign of approval, a way to say got it, sounds good, or well done. But not everyone interprets it the same way. But for some, it can come across as dismissive or even rude. Imagine sending a detailed message to someone, pouring your heart out or explaining something important, and all you get in return is a thumbs up emoji. It can feel like the other person is brushing you off, not taking you seriously, like saying yeah, whatever, without actually saying it. It's a reminder that while emojis can enhance our communication, they can also complicate it. The key is to be mindful of the context and the relationship you have with the person you're messaging. What might be perfectly acceptable with a close friend could be misinterpreted by a colleague or acquaintance. So next time you're about to hit send, take a moment to consider your emoji choices. Are they adding to your message, or could they be sending the wrong signal? A little thoughtfulness can go a long way in avoiding those emoji mishaps and mayhem. After all, communication is about connecting with others, and the right emoji can help bridge the gap. But when in doubt, sometimes words alone are the best way to ensure your message is received loud and clear. Section 5. Sparkles, skulls, and side eyes. And it's not just the smiley face that's causing confusion. Take the sparkle emoji. Seems innocent enough, right? But use it after a shady comment and suddenly it takes on a whole new meaning. The skull emoji is another one. Some people use it to literally mean death. But for others, it's a way of saying something is so funny it's killing them. Dark humor, anyone? And then there's the side-eye emoji. Need I say more? This little guy speaks volumes without saying a word. It's the ultimate emoji of sarcasm and